Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session, reproduction in plants. Reproduction is one of the most important life process. Why? Because it helps in the continuation of race. The existence of species will continue with this process. Okay, in today's class let us know some important concepts related to the reproduction, especially in plants. Are you ready, children? Let us proceed. We know that living organisms have a certain lifespan, and it dies after some time. Every living organism, it has some lifespan, after which it will die. So new organisms have to be produced in place of the dead organisms. So there is a need of replacement of the dead organisms by new organisms. Then only there is a continuation of a race. The production of new organisms from pre-existing organisms of the same species is known as reproduction. What is reproduction? The production of new organisms from pre-existing organisms of the same species is known as reproduction. What is the meaning of this? Same species means, for example, if you take a mango tree, so if you sow a seed of mango, a mango plant will arise. Okay, an apple tree cannot come from a mango seed. So that's why the production of new species from pre-existing organisms of the same species is known as reproduction. The reproduction ensures the continuity of life on earth. It gives rise to more organisms with the same basic characteristics as their parents. Yes. Okay. So the reproduction ensures the continuity of the life on the earth. So it gives rise to more number of organisms with the same characteristics as of their parents. Based on whether there is a one or two organisms taking part in the process of reproduction, it is of two types. Reproduction is of two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. What are the two types of reproduction? Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction. What is asexual reproduction? In asexual reproduction, certain body cells of the parent organism undergoes repeated mitotic division. Repeated mitotic division to form two new organisms of same kind. To form two new organisms of the same kind. So asexual reproduction, here mitotic cell division, it may be new for you. Cell division means cell reproduction, one cell becoming two or four. Okay, it is called cell division. Cell division is basically is of two types: mitotic cell division and meiotic cell division. Mitotic cell division takes place during asexual reproduction. Okay. So in asexual reproduction, the offspring is produced by a single parent without the involvement of production of gametes or fusion of gametes is called asexual reproduction. Okay. We can define asexual reproduction as offspring is produced by a single parent without the involvement of fusion of gametes is called as asexual reproduction. It is common among single celled organisms. Asexual reproduction is common among single celled organisms and in plants with relatively simple organization. In plants it is very common. Okay, simple organization also observed in these plants. So let us study the different types of asexual reproduction one by one. Binary fission. Binary fission. Binary fission is the most important type of asexual reproduction. It is a common in unicellular organisms. Here the parental cell equally divides to form the two new organisms or individuals. Okay, so this is called the asexual reproduction. Binary fission is one type of asexual reproduction. Why we consider binary fission as asexual reproduction? Because in this process also there is no production of gametes or no fusion of gametes. Okay, it is a simple one cell or one organism or parental cell. It equally divides into two new organisms or two new cells. Okay, it is called as binary fission. Okay, children, followed? So here reproduction. What is reproduction? Reproduction is an essential for the continuation of the life and the maintenance of species. Reproduction method broadly categorized into two types. What are they? Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Now we are discussing about the asexual reproduction. The asexual reproduction refers to the production of offsprings or the new individuals by a single parent without the formation and fusion of gametes. Okay, so here during asexual reproduction the offsprings receive all of their genes from one parent only, so they are identical with each other and are called as even clones. Okay, exact Xerox copies like. Asexual reproduction is also known as agametogenesis. Agamogenesis means there is no production of, A means no, gamogenesis means no production of gametes, or agamogeny. It is also called agamogeny. Okay, children. So it involves which type of cell division? Mitotic cell division. Okay, the first one method of asexual reproduction, fission or binary fission. So this division of a parent body into two or more daughter individuals identical to the parent is called fission. There are two types of fissions are there: binary fission, multiple fission. Then what is binary fission? The division of parent into two small nearly equal sized daughter individuals is called binary fission. So this binary fission is observed in amoeba, paramecium, bacteria and even planarians also. Planaria. Okay, so amoeba, paramecium belongs to which phylum? Protozoa. In protozoans, in bacteria and in planarians you will observe binary fission. Okay, children, let us proceed. Next, asexual reproduction, second type, budding. What is budding? In this method, a small part of the body of the parent organism grows out as a bud, which gets detached after some time and developed as a new organism. It is called budding. Okay, or we can also example here yeast and hydra are given. So budding, formation of a daughter individual from a small projection, it is also called the bud, arising on the parent body. Okay, so it is called as a budding. The next method, in the next slide we can see the images. Spore formation, another type of asexual reproduction. We are discussing the types of asexual reproduction. First one, binary fission, we have discussed, then budding, then spore formation. What is spore formation? In this method, the parent organism produces hundreds of microscopic reproductive units called spores, or we can define as the process of formation of spores is called sporulation. Okay, spores are the microscopic propagules. Propagules means which help in the propagation. Propagules which germinate to produce new individuals. Which germinate to produce the new individuals. So there are several kinds of spores, we will see later. Next, this spore formation takes place in the bacteria and mostly in the fungi. Most common example for the spore formation, fungi. And even the spore formation also observed in the cryptogams, non-flowering plants like bryophytes, pteridophytes also, ferns. Okay, so that's why it is also a most common type of asexual reproduction. In non-flowering plants like algae, fungi, bacteria, ferns, pteridophytes, or even mosses, bryophytes. Mosses are also called bryophytes. The formation of spores is a common method of reproduction in this group of plants. Okay, when the spore case of the plant, means a spore present, spores containing body, spore case of a plant burst, then the spores spread into air with the favorable conditions. With the favorable conditions, or when the favorable conditions are available, these spores germinate to develop into the new plants. Okay, so the spore bearing body called sporangium. When the sporangium is filled with the spores, always remember asexual reproduction involves binary fission. So there is no production of gametes, there is no fusion of gametes. Okay, only single parent is involved. And one more thing, asexual reproduction takes place when the conditions are favorable. Conditions are favorable means when the plenty of food is available, the temperature is optimum. Okay, then the organism prefer asexual reproduction. Okay. In some organisms, in unicellular organisms like amoeba, the spore formation takes place when the conditions are unfavorable. Okay, during favorable conditions they undergo fission. During unfavorable conditions they undergo encystation, cyst formation. Inside the cyst these spores are formed. Okay, let us proceed. So these are the images, different types of binary fissions you can observe in this picture. Longitudinal binary fission. Okay, longitudinal binary fission means if the binary fission takes place, the division of organisms takes place into two like this in a straight line, then it is called longitudinal binary fission. And transverse binary fission, when the organism divides into two like this, then it is called transverse binary fission. Longitudinal binary fission, example Euglena, Leishmania, they are unicellular organisms only, belongs to Protozoa. So this Euglena undergo longitudinal binary fission, and transverse binary fission is observed in the Paramecium. Okay, it is also unicellular protozoan. Then irregular binary fission. Irregular binary fission means any side. It may divide like this, or it may divide like this, or like this. Irregular binary fission is observed in the, but one organism divides into two. It is observed in the amoeba. The best example for irregular binary fission, amoeba. Next, budding. Budding in yeast and hydra. Okay, here we are discussing about the reproduction in plant group. So let us take example of yeast only. In the yeast, this is the parent cell. This parent cell, a small constriction takes place in the nucleus and in the body wall. So this constriction grow in size. A part of nucleus enters into that bud. New bud is formed. Then it isolates from the parent like this. The birds, number of birds will be formed. A chain of birds will form like this. Each bud can grow into a new individual. This process is called budding. Okay. So here nucleus, vacuole. So here the nucleus undergoes constriction. It divides, and a bud is developed. That nucleus and a part of this vacuole also enters into that, and finally it isolates from the mother cell. So this kind of process is called budding. Next, spore formation. So as we have discussed, reproduction through the spores is common, most common in the fungi. So it is one of the example of the fungi, Rhizopus. No, this is bread mold. Okay. So here sporangium, spore bearing body. Fungal body is called the hyphae. So this hyphae produces the spore bearing body, sporangium. Inside the sporangium, several mitotic divisions takes place and spores are produced. So this sporangium, when it is filled with the spores, it bursts and releases the spores into the atmosphere. They fall on the suitable substratum. They germinate to produce again the new fungi, new individuals. So this kind of process where there is no production of gametes, there is no fusion of gametes, only single parent is involved, it is called asexual reproduction. Okay. This asexual reproduction even observed in the animals also. So some more methods of asexual reproduction like fragmentation. The fragmentation is observed in the fungi, where this is the fungal hyphae. When the conditions are favorable, these fungal hyphae breaks into small pieces. So each piece can develop into a new fungi. So such process where the fragments of the fungal body breaks and develop into new individuals, it is called fragmentation. Okay. Regeneration, it is also one type of asexual reproduction. Okay. So let us proceed. Spores are usually microscopic. They are adapted for dispersal and can survive extended period of unfavorable conditions. As I told you, during unfavorable conditions the spores are produced. Well, until the conditions become favorable, they can survive. In bryophytes, pteridophytes and spermatophytes, the spores are haploid. Haploid means here, remember these terms are new for you. Haploid means only one set of chromosomes, N, it is represented by N. haploid set of chromosomes means only one set of chromosomes is present. So these spores are haploid, and on germination produce gametophytes. Gametophytes means so sexual reproduction which involves in. The spores with flagella are motile. The spores with flagella. Sometimes spores may contain flagella. So such spores are called zoospores. You can find in the Chlamydomonas. Okay, unicellular algae. Zoospores are swamp spores or planospores. Example, Chlamydomonas. Okay. Spores without flagella are non-motile. They are called aplanospores. Planospores means with flagella. Aplanospores means without flagella. Okay, non-motile spores. And another type of spores called endogenous spores. Endogenous spores means the spores are produced inside the sporangia. Just now we have seen the figure of Rhizopus. Example, Rhizopus. The spores which are produced inside the sporangia, they are called endogenous spores or sporangiospores. They are also called sporangiospores. Exogenous spores. Exogenous spores means the spores are produced on conidia. For example, penicillium will be there. Okay. If the spores are produced in the conidia, conidia means like this, the spore producing body will be like this. Inside this, the spores are produced. Such spores which are produced from this conidium, singular it is called conidium, plural conidia. So such spores which are produced from the conidia, they are called conidiospores. Conidiospores. Okay, example, penicillium. Penicillium is a fungi. Penicillium notatum is an example for conidiospores. Okay, Rhizopus is an example of sporangiospores. Conidiospores are also called exogenous spores. And sporangiospores are also called as endogenous spores. Endogenous spores. So exogenous spores, example, Penicillium, Aspergillus. Aspergillus also shows these type of spores. Okay. So sporangiospores are very simple. Previously we have seen, no, a sporangium is present. This is sporangium, only single. Inside this sporangium, spores are produced. So sporangiospores. These are endogenous, these are exogenous. Okay, children. So let us. So that's why. What are the different types of spores? They are namely zoospores, sporangiospores, and conidiospores. Okay. So here you can clearly see. So A, zoospores. Zoospores example, Chlamydomonas. Next B. Here this is called the sporangiospores. Here sporangium is present, spore bearing body, columella, and the sporangium. In the sporangium, by mitosis several spores are produced, and when the sporangium is filled with spores, it breaks to release the spores. Dehisced means broken sporangium. Okay, dehiscence means breaking down process. Dehiscence of sporangium will release the spores into the atmosphere. Next, chlamydospores, Chlamydomonas. Okay. Next, Odia and conidia. So in Penicillium notatum, so like this the conidia are present. So like this, these conidia produce the spores. So as the spores are formed from the conidia, they are also called as conidiospores. The spore bearing body of conidiospores, they are called conidiophore. This conidiophore divides into several conidia. So these conidia, release the spores. That's why it is called conidiospores. Okay, these are different types of spores found in the variety of group of plants. Okay children, I hope you understood. So there are so many other types of methods of the reproduction observed in the plants, okay, like vegetative reproduction and sexual reproduction, that we will see in the next class. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.